When I think of Brian Tierney, I think of someone that has a magnificent heart.
Well, he was the publisher of the newspaper. We had a dialogue that was unmatched ever by the corporate entities that owned it prior to him.
He is what you see. You can have absolute confidence that he is going to be with you.
What I admire about Brian is he loved the challenge. The bigger the challenge, the harder he worked.
To many in Philadelphia, Brian Tierney is defined by his professional life. Starting and selling some of the largest public relations and advertising firms in Philadelphia, serving as publisher and CEO of the Philadelphia Inquirer and Daily News, commentating on WPVI's Inside Story for 20 years, and now starting a new company, which is one of the largest in the region. But it's everything in between, everything that made his professional life so great, that truly defines Brian. And I would know because Brian is my big brother.
I was afraid that the school would close, so I called Brian and asked if I could meet with him. The school was able to make repairs, and we were able to keep tuition affordable.
Brian called me one day. He said that the then Cardinal wanted to have breakfast with me the following morning. I asked Brian, well, what is this about? He said, well, you'll find out at breakfast. That the Cardinal wanted me to head Business Leaders Organized for Catholic Schools, and that I had been recommended to the Cardinal by Brian.
We were born and raised in working class neighborhoods, Upper Darby and then Springfield. Our parents raised 5 boys, working multiple jobs, but always instilling in us faith in God, our family, and ourselves. The easiest thing to do is your duty, and Brian has taken that to heart in everything he has done. Brian has not only been an important part of our family, and a great big brother and mentor to me, but in so many ways, an important part of the city, a part of its beating heart. Within days of 9/11, the supply of American flags in the region was exhausted. Brian took it upon himself to distribute American flags at his own cost through a special insert in more than 500,000 newspapers locally. And when Philadelphia needed to rebrand itself, it was Brian's agency who coined the iconic line that this city was the place that loved you back. Beyond all of this, he chaired the inaugural and for 3 years following the Marian Anderson Award, helped to build the Kimmel Center, and led the organization that brought the Pulitzer Prize back to Philadelphia in 2010. And this doesn't even account for all the little things he does quietly when no one is looking.
He's the only fellow we knew who owned the newspaper that would walk in the building and know the people we represented by name. They're all people that are Teamsters, and he knew all about them and knew about their families.
His heart has been beating for Philadelphia his entire life. The famous "Keep It Local" slogan wasn't just a rallying cry, it's Brian's guiding principle. Our parents, who died of heart-related illnesses, were generous with their love and believed that we should be defined by what is in our hearts. What's in Brian's heart is an undeniable commitment to making our community better. It's a belief that tackling the biggest challenges is our duty, and it is the natural inclination to always, no matter what, lead with your heart.
If it wasn't for Brian's contributions, these young children would not have the opportunities that they have set before them today.
And everything he does with integrity.
I would like to say to Brian, you are the right candidate for this Heart of Philadelphia Award. You just have that kind of desire to help other people, and that's not something you find all the time.
Ever hear that story about a foxhole? Well, Brian's the guy I want in my foxhole.
On behalf of the entire Tierney family, congratulations, Brian. We're so proud of you.
Go!